You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Grid Penalty, the Formula One podcast for everybody. My name's Brent Gill, and with me, almost as always, except for last week, but now forever, is the very fun Jeff Tice. Jeff Tice, what's happening, baby?
Hola, Brent. Me llamo Jefe.
No. We're in Canada this week. Mexico,
But I was
is later.
I was in Mexico last time. That's where I was last week. I was.
You were just preparing. Here's what you were doing last week. You were in Mexico getting the lay of the land for the race when you go down there this year.
Yep.
So you know where to go.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I was
That makes sense.
Trying to figure out exactly where to go. Yeah. I was in Mexico. I was in Puerto Vallarta. It was wonderful. So thanks for everyone for hanging in there with Brent. I'm glad you said you were self-conscious. I mean, the episode was great. The solo.
I was very self-conscious about doing an episode by myself with no one to talk to.
It was awesome.
It felt very weird.
Yeah.
I was just in my place in Denver, which is like a jail cell. If you watch the videos of us when I'm in Denver,
Yeah.
just white walls. It looks like I'm in an insane asylum.
Just a Danish prison cell. It's just nice.
And I did it at night when my buddy was going to bed, so I was like quiet, and I was just trying to channel my inner Bill Burr.
That's so good. That's great. It was awesome. No, but I love it so much. I enjoyed it a lot. I was in Mexico, so I'm back here for Montreal this week, which was a very fun race. I've been around. I'm back in the saddle. I'm back in getting the cadence of life back. But you can follow me everywhere at Jeffrey Tice, GEOFFREYTICE, on all social media. And I have some shows coming up this week. If you haven't listened to it, or if you listen to it early this week, later this week, I will be in Iowa. On the 22nd, I will be in Davenport at the Rhythm City Casino with the great Josh Blue. And then we are headed over to the Des Moines Funny Bone, 23 and 24, for 2 shows each night in the Des Moines Funny Bone. So come through. We're hanging out. We're doing stuff in Iowa. We're going to be inviting Caitlin Clark. That's who's on the books. If you don't know who that is, you probably don't know women's college basketball, which is fair enough. Other than that, you can buy my children's book. It's called The 11 Evelyns. It's on Amazon.com, a small little startup book shop. Check it out. And then also, let's say you are in Puerto Vallarta and you're out on a deep sea fishing boat catching a bunch of mahi, and you immediately catch a huge fish. It rattles you awake. You reel it in. You're like, this is delicious. You chop it up. You make ceviche out of it. You gun it all the way back to the marina to show all your friends. Turns out your friends are just parking lot iguanas. They are just chilling, hanging out. What you're going to want to do is you're going to strap about 3 to 20 iguanas on the bottom of your feet. You're going to give them some of that ceviche because they need some turbo fuel for the road. They are going to fart all the way into the air and launch you all the way across international borders.
State lines.
You don't. You don't need to worry about customs when you're on top of actual wildlife, illegal wildlife. Then you're going to navigate those iguanas all the way to the Rocky Mountain Airport, Jeffco Airport in Broomfield, Colorado.
Yeah.
You're gonna, offload those iguanas onto a JSX flight, maybe flying back, maybe not. Just let them live in Broomfield now. Then you're going to hop on a Lime scooter, shoot down Highway 36. Do not stop at Vacuums R Us. Do not stop at Coyote Cleaners. Do not stop at Cosmos Pizza. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Rayback Collective at 7 p.m. every single Sunday night for the Boulder Comedy Show. That's where you're going to want to be. No lizards allowed. Brent.
Yes.
Where can the good people find you? How are you doing?
I'm good. My cat is like halfway between trying to jump in my lap and not. And I'm wearing short enough shorts to where if he does try to jump, he's getting full skin to pull himself up. So I'm either trying to encourage him to come up or fuck off. Don't come up.
Let me keep
so right
these
now
shins.
it's full fuck off.
That's great.
Don't come up.
That's great.
Great question, Jeff. Glad you asked. But
Beautiful.
the good people. You can find me as some of you know, you can find me on the interwebs. It's you can find me at I am Brent Gill. That is my Instagram handle, including the I am part. That's all part of the handle. I was told to do that at one point in my life, and I did it and never went back. Now I'm too established as I am Brent Gill, and here we are. Also, you can find me this Friday, June 23rd, in Huntington Beach at the Rec Room, Booyakasha. Then, July 1st and 2nd, I am debuting my new car.
Whoa.
The E46, the 6-liter LS-swapped 325 Ci. I'm now calling it the 360 Ci.
Yes. The Daytona Violet.
Grimace. I'm thinking about getting a personalized license plate that says Grimace.
That's so funny.
Because why not lean into it?
That's hilarious.
We're debuting it at Ascend at PPIR. It's a car event at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Sick.
So that's going to be in Colorado. So we're going to debut it there. It's going to be in the car show, competing against the other cars.
Nice.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Against the Ronald McDonald Mobile and the Hamburger.
You know it was Grimace's birthday.
Oh, I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah. And what good timing, because Grimace's birthday, it's when I get the car. We planned it that way.
The stars are aligned.
And filled with cholesterol. But the other place you can find me is Comedy Works South, July 12th. I will be headlining the Comedy Works South on July 12th.
Yes.
And so you can come check me out there. The Chiba Hut tour is about to be live. I'm going to stop talking about it until I got tickets available. So we did confirm our schedule with everybody. The art's getting made.
Sick.
Chiba Hut schedules. Chiba Hut tour is happening, baby.
That's awesome.
There's other stuff coming up, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. I want to get into the show. Follow Kat Orlean. She is our producer. KO Recording, Booyakasha.
The greatest.
She thinks she got fired today because she almost did, because she didn't come to my house to come watch the race, and I was very disappointed. I was going to make breakfast.
Hilarious.
I was like, I got my buddy from the store coming up. I bought eggs. I bought weird Polish bacon.
Oh.
I bought fucking, yeah, dude.
You didn't buy Canadian?
You know how much eggs are out here?
No Canadian bacon for the...
No Canadian bacon.
Damn, dog.
They didn't have that at John's.
Oh, funny. What?
You don't know what John's is.
No. I thought you said Vaughn's.
No. Well, there's Vaughn's. So check this out. In Los Angeles, it's all male-dominated grocery stores. It's very lopsided out here, okay? For as open-minded as I am.
Yes.
It's very lopsided.
Trader Joe's.
There's Joe's, there's John's, there's Vaughn's, there's Ralph's, there's Gelson's.
There's Erewhon's.
And there's Erewhon, which I can...
pretty gender fluid sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty gender fluid sounding.
What is John's?
John's is where the poor people go.
Oh.
Yeah.
But eggs are still...
When I moved to this neighborhood, the guy at where the fuck was it? I think it was at the cat place where I get cat food.
Yeah.
So it's a pet store place, but I call it the cat place.
Of course.
He goes, you go to John's for your deli meats and your vegetables. All your fresh stuff there is really fresh and really cheap. And he's not lying.
Oh.
Also, you can go there and buy a gallon of horchata. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's, they have quail eggs too, which is random. And then anything that's like name brand there is expensive as shit.
That's hilarious.
So you got to go and get the off-brand stuff.
That sounds great.
Like fresh fruit.
Yeah. Off-brand
and vegetables
produce is always good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right. But she didn't come.
Come on, Kat.
Kat, you're out. No. She's far from it.
Yeah.
But follow her at KO Recording. She's doing a lot of shit. She's been in 19 countries in the past 4 days.
Insane.
So that's not true, but she's been out
on the
a
run
lot.
from Interpol. She can't talk about it, but she's finally back. Yeah.
You can also hit I can't believe we're still in announcements. You can also follow our video editor, Jan Moffat, at Poinson and Williams. She's the best. She really is. She is putting out some great videos there. So follow her as well on Instagram at Poinson and Williams. We got merch, Redbubble. It's on our Instagram.
Discord.
Grid Penalty
Hop
F1.
in there.
We have a Discord. Hop in, say some stuff.
Come hang. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, we could catch up, but we're 11 minutes into this.
Yeah, my catch up is all I did was I did a Father's Day comedy show today. It was
Oh yeah, that's true. You were headlining Comedy Works at 3:00.
at 3:00 in the afternoon with a.
That's when comedy is known to be best.
Listen, just you walk outside after lots of laughs and just gut busting, just to the blaring sun seething down your neck. It's wild. It is wild. But
aren't you glad that the Nuggets won in 4 and 5 though?
Oh my God, that would have changed everything. I think the whole comedy world is so happy when a sports, especially a sports in your city, is over. A series is over.
Is
like,
done
thank
fast.
God.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good overall. I mean, I did like almost an hour. I did 50 something minutes of family friendly, clean material, and so. There was some
Watch
that
out,
was
John
like,
Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. And so really fun, but overall, it's good. Happy to have the opportunity. And it went really well. So it was good.
I love that you're using Evelyn's headphones today too.
I know.
This is if you're watching our video, he's got these headphones look smaller than his ears.
I know. I wish they had little like daisies drawn on them. They're so delicate. They don't fit on my ears at all. The sound is like horrifically off. But I left my my good headphones with my father-in-law in Mexico. He didn't stay in Mexico, but he has them. So. He's not on the pod today, so I don't get my headphones. But overall, it's good. How about you, Brent?
Well, I've been in 7 cities in 18 days. This has been the busiest 18 days of my entire year, and will probably be the busiest 18 days of my entire year.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was just insane. So I'm happy to be back home, sleeping in my own bed.
Yeah.
Raised a bunch of money for charity. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Told a bunch of jokes. People laughed. I made them laugh. That's
good.
my favorite part.
That is good.
Did the Comedy Mothership. Did Joe Rogan's Club.
Oh, yeah. That was
I guess I forgot to mention this. Boy, I've been gone for a while. So that was at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Sort of. That was for. It doesn't matter when. But did Rogan's Club. It was awesome.
Nice.
Lots of fun stuff there. It appears that I'm past there now.
Nice.
I mean, past like not like crazy past, but past enough to where I can get back on there anytime I want.
Yeah, when you're back in
that's
town.
Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
dude. Nice.
So we'll see how that goes next time when I'm there in July. Oh yeah, I guess I should say this: July 30th, High Sign Brewing in East Austin. I'm going to be producing a show there.
Ooh, nice.
So
you're all over the place. You're hitting LA.
It's a lot.
You're hitting Denver. You're hitting
it's a lot.
Austin.
Here's the thing: I hate being settled.
Yeah. Oh, you don't.
I hate being.
You don't say.
You know. I hate love.
Yeah.
I hate. So, by the way, first of all, I got to say this. I'm sorry. We're gonna get into the race stuff. I promise. Just give this another like 6 minutes, and then we're gonna get there. So many fucking people today, Jeff. So many people came up to me and said "Happy Father's Day" to me today.
Hilarious.
Today, I mean, from the grocery store to the when I went and got a little breakfast, the coffee. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Are you a father? I'm like, quit putting this into the universe.
Hilarious.
Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Why are you, Jeff? I can't.
Listen.
I can't describe how unsettled I am.
You know what it comes down to? It's one thing that causes this. Golf shirts. You wear a golf shirt, they will tell you Happy Father's Day. That's how it works. You couldn't, yeah.
I mean, I did have a golf hat on too, so I mean that might be it.
So that's 2 kids. 2 kids. Boom, right there.
And I bought $150 of fucking groceries for myself. Yeah. So they're probably like, "Oh, he's buying food for the family." This fat motherfucker. Nope, that's just for me. I didn't even think of that, bro. I'm sitting there like the universe is telling me I can't fuck anybody for the rest of this month. Like, you can't sleep with anybody now. This is you're gonna become, and I am so now. When the universe says shit like that, like Happy Father's Day, I'm like, don't put that on me.
No, I don't want that.
You know how scared I am now to have another child? Another child. I mean, that's not.
Maybe that's why. I mean, maybe they knew.
All this is accurate, but I don't have a child currently that I own.
Yeah.
But I have had a child.
Yeah. You do.
I just didn't own it.
Yeah. That's. Oh, I love that.
Oh, raising so many questions. It was weird. Never. In 37 years of being alive. Have I heard so many just random Happy Father's Day being thrown out? I don't know if it's an LA thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I look like a dad. I don't know, but
I love it.
How many Happy Father's Days did you get outside of the Comedy Works today?
Oh, so many. And I but it's all like,
man, fuck you.
I'm also a dad though. I get like text messages.
Did you have your kid with you?
No. No, I mean, not like a ton of like in public, but yeah, it wasn't like
See,
the grocery store guy.
saying Happy Father's Day to a dude just walking around is like going up to a fat chick and saying, "Oh my God, when are you due? Congratulations." That's what it feels like.
It's a curse. It's an offensive curse. Yeah, that's true. That's so funny.
I'm disappointed.
That's good. But you know, it wasn't disappointing. This race.
The race. Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to rant on that for a moment.
Fine.
It was
quick. It was
wild. It just made me. It just grossed me out a lot.
Yeah.
I don't ever want a kid until I'm like 45 or 50.
Yeah, that's a perfect time of life to definitely have a kid. Montreal, baby, the Grand Prix.
We have turned this into a therapy podcast, Therapy Formula One.
Yes.
No, let's talk about Montreal because fucking bring out the poutine and let's jump into a boat of gravy, man. This and some curds. This was dope. First of all, I did want it to rain. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted some rain.
Especially after all the free practices and quali. Why, we didn't get dumped on. We wanted it.
Correct. I mean, I think that rain. And I've said this before. It's the great equalizer. I think it really could have, given Max a run for his money. But I'll say this: Fernando. My internet did not freeze. I froze. Like, that was all Brent.
And we're back.
That was not the internet. That was your boy.
That wasn't a commercial break.
We'll be back after these messages.
That was 50
Fernando
milligrams.
really could have given Max a run for his money if he didn't have either a fuel issue or I know he had a back brake duct overheating issue. But I tell you, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of this year, and I'm really looking forward to next year at this point because I think these makers have figured out the car a little bit better. And baby, I can't fucking wait to just see how this goes.
Yeah.
Fernando, Lewis, Max,
dude,
3 world champions on the podium.
Hitters. I know that the podium was so fun to see those guys up there. It's just like, man, I love the dynamics of obviously Lewis and Alonso, obviously Lewis and Max, and then Alonso and Max have their weird kind of like buddy relationship over having to fight Lewis for so many years.
Right.
I love it, dude. It's gonna be. I hope, and it all comes from one, obviously Aston. Coming out of seemingly nowhere this year.
I mean, hey, dude, they know how to make a good hire.
yeah, let's say it. The LinkedIn department is crushing it over at Aston Martin. They got their connect button crushing. And then also Mercedes. Like, shout out to the bummer of a race that Russell had, but he hit the wall.
Yep.
And then
his bad.
Also, I was kind of shocked how fast they got him back out there. They did a one stop.
Dude, he was 8th for a while before he had to retire the car.
Yeah, during the safety car, he caught up after the safety car or during the safety car and then just made his way through the field. Obviously, towards the end, he had, I think it was brake duct issues or just overheating issues as well. But all that to say, that car was looking good through qualifying.
Yeah, for how hard he hit.
Yeah, so was obviously Lewis on the podium. Mercedes is up in the front. They're fighting. They're back. Back from whatever that means, but the new design philosophy, the new direction looks to be pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So
pretty good. If they keep this up, we're gonna need to get some load bearing beams for these podiums. Yes, gotta been holding on to that since I said this. That not even that good of a joke.
That and the poutine reference you had ready to go. Pour gravy on me. Let's get it.
Come on, pour it in my button. Belly button, that is. Don't be weird. That's also weird too, actually.
They're both
it
good.
Was it's really cool to see how this is gonna sound so mean. It's cool to see how much better Lewis is than George in this new version of the car.
Oh, no.
Because George was crushing Lewis in the shitty version of the car.
That's crazy.
And now they've made the car better, and George is just huffing. Just huffing fucking gas.
Having a hard time with Lewis. Yeah, it's
having a hard time. Having a hard time.
Yeah, I think watching what happened last year with Mercedes, and then watching what happened at the start of this year, and then finally seeing them just show up and be who they are. It warms my heart. It's exciting. No one's going to catch Red Bull. Red Bull's off in a different planet right now.
Yeah.
But to have a second team or a third team up there with Aston, to add some. And Ferrari had a great weekend this weekend, or a great Sunday, not a great weekend, great Sunday. To be in the mix there and be able to just cause a little mayhem, strategy wise, and all that stuff. I love it. It's so much fun. It's mixing it up.
Well, let's talk about Ferrari for a moment. The Ferrari today didn't seem like it was in a lot of people's mouths. I wasn't thinking about them much.
Yeah.
People weren't talking about them much. It seemed like on the broadcast they weren't talking about it much, which for the first time ever is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because Ferrari is always being talked about in a bad way.
Yes.
And I almost forgot that Ferrari was racing because I just discounted them so much because they always fuck up so incredibly that I was like you had to remind me today of actually they had a very good race.
Yeah, great strategy. Especially coming off the heels of Saturday, which they did exactly what you thought they would do. They blew it. They blew it so hard during quali with Leclerc. Leclerc was looking for to get a pit stop to put on slicks. They waited and then they tanked that lap, and then they ended up putting on slicks when it was wet, and he got like 11th. So pretty dope. Pretty sick stuff.
Pretty standard operating procedure for Ferrari.
Yeah, poor Leclerc. He then rallied today, and they essentially, long race short, they did a one-stop strategy. They didn't pit during that safety car that was set off by Russell. Yep. Everyone was like, "Oh no, Ferrari's blowing it."
It was, but it ended up being great.
Perfect. They got 4th and 5th. They had great teamwork, as in Carlos didn't press or attack super hard on Leclerc. They kept their positions. They did really well. It was a really good Sunday for Ferrari. One in a long time. So good on Ferrari. So happy for them.
I love that they found their nut.
They did
that
it.
Blind little squirrel that they are. I don't think that they did this on purpose. I think that they fucked up still and it just happened to work out.
That's hilarious.
Like, we're going to do a one-stop strategy, I guess. I don't know. Although it is fair to say that there's most likely going to be a safety car at this track.
Yep.
I've been driving this track on my simulator, and it's
Sim talk,
impossible.
Baby. Sim talk.
It's impossible.
What is so impossible about it for you? Just...
that one chicane that one turn that everyone where Russell crashed.
Yes.
That's so hard for me, and everything is so because my buddy was here, so we started on that one, and then we moved over to Austin, Circuit of the Americas, and we were so much faster there because this one is, and I'm almost positive Montreal is not a street course. It's a road course, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually drive on it during the.
But it's
outside of it.
The walls on there are like a Monaco. It's like it's very, very narrow. There's not a lot of place to screw up, and that to me was very difficult. And I'm just carrying way too much speed into every turn.
Just getting
just into every turn.
Yeah,
that's
fun.
And it's fun because I got this simulator to get better at driving, and I'm like, I think I just need to drive a real car to get better at driving.
You got to get that,
and that's more expensive.
Get the BMW out there. That's what you need.
Dog. I can't. I wish you could hear it right now. The amount of air this thing moves. Let's talk about this.
Yes. And
then we'll get back to this.
Yes.
The amount of air that this fucking BMW pushes out is incredible. Like, you could use this as a fan on a hot day. Sure, it's gonna be blowing hot air at you, whatever.
Sure.
The amount of air that's blowing, and I thought that was incredible. And then today on the first lap, I thought it was like extra windy.
Yeah.
When they're going down this long straightaway, the cars are moving so much air that you can see the trees just violently shaking as they're driving by. Because then when they cut to a wide shot, the other trees weren't moving as much. And I know that there was some wind, but not like what you saw at the first.
Yeah, just like Australia,
like
Canada has beavers falling out of the trees. And
and fucking Miami with the iguanas.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Oh, so dumb.
Australia's got to get rid of the kangaroos because they're just going to get out there and punch one of these cars.
Fighting people.
The car would lose to a kangaroo, I feel like.
And then Daniel Ricciardo teams up with the kangaroos. Everyone's like, stop, dude. Get back. Come on, man.
Did you see the extra broadcast with Will Arnett and Danny Rick?
No, I heard about it. Was it good? I didn't watch any of it.
Didn't see it either.
No,
I
heard they were promoting it.
Are you
hard.
fucking kidding me?
What?
I have an alarm going off right now.
That's hilarious. I can't hear it. Can't hear it at
Oh,
all.
it's because I'm looking at my phone. And my 7 o'clock. What did I need to do at 7?
Did you need to record a podcast?
Oh, you know what this is? This is so embarrassing. I need
Take your birth control.
I needed to extend a match on Bumble.
This
is so embarrassing.
Funny, dude.
This is so embarrassing. I am gonna extend that match because we've already had to cut.
We're keeping this in. We're cutting.
No. Keep it in for now because this is hilarious that I'm doing this.
Yeah, extend a match. Let's get into this really quick. You can extend a match?
Yeah, check this out.
That's the most
in
married
Bumble,
guy thing I've ever said. Well,
it's so dumb.
Bumble work?
In Bumble, you have to. The girl has to make the move first, right? The girl has to make the comment first.
That's Bumble.
But yes.
Okay.
But none of them do it. Like they all wait for you to like figure it out somehow. So like I just extend the match. And then they'll typically reach out because they know that you're interested.
God.
Right?
So wait, there's two levels to you match, which should be enough in theory. And then they go, nah. And then you have to, this man, I'm just not built for it. If I ever have to date again, my wife and I talk about this all the time. If we ever have to go back into the dating pool by some horrific tragedy, we're both dying alone. I'm going to be a recluse painter. I'm just gonna go into that. You'll never see me ever again. There's no way I would ever. It's just that like makes my skin crawl thinking about having to navigate the digital dating world. That's insane.
Dog, it's the worst thing I've ever done. I'm gonna slate real quick. Here's the thing. It's the worst thing I've ever had to do. And Jan, Kat, you can keep all this in there if you want.
We want it.
I went in there. This is so funny. I typed up my bio, and then I went to ChatGPT.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And I told ChatGPT to rewrite this dating profile bio, and it knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I'm getting so many more matches now than I was before.
No way.
It's fucking incredible. Dude, it's so stupid.
AI.
Which also makes me think that they're not even real people, because how do I know if I'm talking to them? Of course, if AI can figure out how to fix an iPhone via text message, AI can figure out the way to Brent Gill's heart. Okay, they know. They know. They know.
A tale as old as time. AI finding the way to Brent Gill's heart. Dude, that is so good. I love it.
Well, now that we had that little interlude,
right, and we're back
about Bumble,
and we're back to max domination.
If you're within 38 miles of me in North Hollywood, then open up the app. You'll find me.
Yep. Grinder or otherwise.
Anyway. Back to easy. Back to who
we're talking about beavers falling out of trees.
What a fucking episode!
Also a
brother.
dating app. Beavers falling out of trees.
I missed you. All right, let's talk about this. Quali was dope.
Yep.
Did we already talk about Quali?
We talked about Ferrari's escapades or misadventures, but Quali was good. Q2 was sick.
We got to give Nico.
Oh yeah,
his fucking credit.
Yeah, Q2 was sick, and it was so fun because that's when everyone was putting in real laps, and it came down to the wire, and that was a really fun way to get into Q2. And then Q3, the rain really started coming down, and that's when Nico, Max did what he does, went out and immediately got a lap in, knowing, I think Red Bull knew, I think the other teams knew as well, but Red Bull was on it. They got Max out there, crushed a lap, and then the rain got so heavy that no one could get close to that, and that kind of set the order. That being said, Nico also went out and got a lap in, and then the rain came, and that just kind of shut Q3 down. But super fun. It's so fun to see teams like Haas, Williams, all in Q3, and then also doing well. Super fun. So yeah, Nico did it. Obviously, the race pace wasn't there. It was a bit of a struggle, but
it was really funny to me to watch how much he was holding up the rest of the grid. Throughout the race, you could just see how slow he was.
Yeah.
And everyone's getting held up behind him. At one point, there's a DRS train from place 7 to 17. 10 cars have DRS.
Yeah.
Because of Nico and how fucking slow he is.
Yeah.
But also how hard it is to pass on this track. It's so narrow.
Yeah, the DRS trains got a little ridiculous. Albon was running a train. He was a conductor for a while.
He was running a train.
Hey, let's go. Shout out Bumble.
That's why I got driver of the day.
Shout out Bumble, dude. Yeah, he extended that match all the way to the end of the
Ethically
race.
non-monogamous. What's up, E&M?
Oh no, dude, you're the most LA person I've ever met. It's
I did not put that. I just have to keep reading it. I'm married and in an open relationship. I'm like, and half these women just want to get Instagram followers. Anyway, stop talking about Bumble.
we're breaking it. We're breaking it down. Yeah, dude.
I'm
So overall, it was quality was great. And then going into the race, man, Red Bull. Let's talk about Red Bull.
Bro, they're so fast.
Yeah.
I said this in the Discord. I was like, all right, is Max cheating and they're making Checo look bad so they can be like, no, look, see. He's just that good. And then I was watching it and they mentioned in the broadcast that that this is similar to what Vettel had when he was driving for Red Bull. So it happens.
Yep. Lewis, same thing. Lewis is
Same thing.
They just
huge gaps.
it just aligns with the best cars attract the best drivers, and then you pair people in their prime. Max is just absolutely crushing it in his prime. He is a machine. And yeah, they're just light years ahead. And then you see the issues like when you're not in your prime and you're not a generational talent like Max, you get Checo. Checo is incredible. He's doing a great job. The last 3 races, he's had a really hard time, not making it into Q3, struggling in quality, which then affects his race. He had a decent race today. He got all the way up into the points, even further up. But again, that changes the strategy for Red Bull in a way that affects the constructors. But they're clearly still in number 1. But they need him to be higher. This is going to be something we'll be saying the rest of the year. But to see the contrast between what Max is able to do with that car versus what Checo does with that car, it's just different. And so super fun to watch Max absolutely dominate. Or it's not fun to watch. It is cool to watch greatness. It's exciting to watch it. But
it's like watching Tiger Woods in his prime. It's like watching a LeBron in his prime, Jordan in his prime. We're seeing a legend in his prime. Yeah.
You might be bored that, again, LeBron's going to win the championship again. Max is going to win again. Tiger's going to. But at the end of the day, the Patriots are going to win again. It's fun to watch greatness. It's cool to see him operate at such a high level. It was really fun to see Vettel do it. It was really fun to see Lewis do it. And so it's just his turn. It's his era at this moment. And but to sprinkle in all the fun, Lewis is right there now.
Yep.
Fernando's right there. The fact that Fernando is back makes this so much fun. Yeah. It's awesome. It's really exciting.
I'm bending, I'm changing, I'm evolving on Max. It is, as was mentioned in the Discord as well, is that it's a bummer it took him 2 world titles to get a little humility, but he seems every time I listen to him, he's more and more tolerable.
Yes, a little bit more at peace. You can tell he doesn't have that edge to him as much as he did.
Right.
I think that just comes with experience, maturity. Exactly. Winning
and confidence. I've already won 2. I'm gonna win 3.
Yep.
Why do I need to be a dick?
Yep.
You can tell he's having a good time. He at the very end, he almost threw it into a wall. He's like, I almost lost it.
Almost,
and he just does it.
Almost knocked myself out. Just laughs. Okay.
Dude's driving with a bird in his fucking rear brake duct, and he's just still dominant. He's got a fucking bird in there.
Yeah. It's his pet.
It's the Dumb and Dumber bird. Pretty bird. But I mean, he's just dominating, and I think Checo. I don't think Checo can be a world champion right now
against someone like him. With that car, yes, but when your teammates
with that car, he could. But I mean, I don't think he's in it, and I think that some of that has to do with the pressure of being the number 2 at a team. Like the known number 2. No other choice.
And after the last 3 weeks, it's been glaring. You're like, damn, this really, that gap opened up. Because remember all the conversation after he won in Miami. Was it Miami? Monaco, it doesn't matter. Just
Checo?
Yeah, I'm losing.
No,
it
was fucking Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Sorry, Jeddah. It was just is he going to bring the fight to him? Is this it? Are we now looking in the era of Red Bull doing the silver arrows of 2016? Are they going to go and fight? And then now after this stretch, it's just more and more deflating every week of like, damn, after the crash in Monaco is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And just things like that. So, it's the gap is widening, maybe not fully in the points yet. It's not completely blown out optically, but, I think more for the morale wise is completely deflated on Checo's side right now. And it's just building up even more and more every week for Verstappen.
Yeah. Here's what I'd like to see. I want to see Max Verstappen drive a shitty car.
Yeah.
Like, put him in an AlphaTauri. Like, if we don't want to worry about it, throw him in an AlphaTauri. I would like to see his lap time in the Red Bull and his lap time, and it doesn't even need to be a full race. I just would be curious to see how Max drives like an AlphaTauri or a Williams. To just know, like, is this car really that good?
Well, I think
is it really that built for him?
I think it is. Like, I think maybe it's not specifically built for him, but to a point, yes. But I think you put him in an AlphaTauri, you put him in a Williams, and you're going to get AlphaTauri and Williams times. Like, there's.
You think so?
I think
you don't think you're going to get Max Verstappen or within 500ths of a second, or 0.5 of a second. No, you don't think so.
I think the gap between the machinery is big enough that his talent. It'd be what I would compare it to is Stroll versus Alonso. You put them in a super nice car together, but then you just see the gap. He would be able to crush his opponent or his teammate in that car, but against, like, I don't think Fernando's talent is less than Max's. I think the car is less than. And that's the gap, I think. And then obviously all the other factors of age and things like that. Max obviously being in his prime. You also look at Lewis. I don't think Lewis has fallen off talent-wise in any way from when he was winning. He just is in different machinery now. And Formula One is so much that. I think that's always been such a debate of like, you gotta have the best driver for the best car, and like when those things align. Because I would put Leclerc's talent in that echelon of elite drivers with the Maxes, the Lewis, the Fernandos, but all the external factors of the car, which it's a good car, but the strategy, like all of that stuff hasn't come together, and you get bad times, you get bad races, you get bad qualities. So that's a really long-winded way to basically be like, I think he would be held back pretty aggressively if you put him in a bad car, just because that's the nature of Formula One. Because you never see Tsunoda having an all-time amazing race and then being up in the top 5. He just never, that car just, he's a good driver. He could have a one-off incredible drive of his life, put it all together, and that car's still not getting you up into the top 5. That's just the nature of that car this year. So,
do you think Yuki might get a Red Bull seat?
Dude, I don't know. I know there's been chatter. I also heard that there's chatter around Yuki getting an Aston Martin seat.
So I have heard this as well. Yeah. Yes, I have heard this as well. And we'll just transition into this. Yeah. Do you think do you think Daddy Stroll has the I don't give a fuckness, I'm here to win, to fire his own son?
I think Alonso retires and it's Stroll and Yuki in 2026. I don't know if Alonso makes it that far. That's the only way. I don't see Lance Stroll being replaced for Yuki.
I don't either.
I don't think there's any amount of pressure that Honda could put on anyone, especially Lawrence Stroll, to be like, hey, we want Yuki and Alonso. My guess is by that time, Alonso hangs it up, or maybe goes to a different place, gets bought out for another place, and then another team, and then it's Yuki and Lance. I just don't. There's no way. That's why he's there. That's why he did that's why he bought the team.
I know. I hear you.
I mean,
I kind of look. I haven't done a lot of research in Lawrence Stroll, but when you're to amass that type of a fortune, you have burned a couple bridges.
I would say so. It would be the comedian me. It would be funny. To
be so fucking funny
to be at the dinner table and be like, hey bud, real quick, yeah, you're fired.
It would be like, hey, maybe you should look into some other racing.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to do IMSA?
Or the way he tells it is he buys an IMSA team. But,
You can be the number one there.
yeah,
No.
he buys it, and then he's like, congratulations. And then Lance is just like, wait, you bought what? Oh, no. Am I getting demoted by you buying another team?
No. Yeah. We're upgrading you
Yeah.
to the number one of another team.
Yeah, we're doing supercars. We bought a Porsche supercar. You can race in between our races. We'll still get to travel together, but you can go lay the rubber for our races. You can warm the track up for us. That's,
Do you think Fernando wants to stay that long?
I think so.
I think part of me thinks he just wants to go as long as he can.
Yeah, that is the feeling for me too. I feel like he's just run it into the ground until he really can't, or there's a massive drop off somehow, which it doesn't seem like that's coming. Yeah, just why not? He seems to be, like you said,
I also think
enjoying himself. That's it.
Yeah, I think the cars are so safe now.
Yeah.
He's probably like, I mean, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Truly.
Like it's got to be pretty catastrophic. Nothing's fail-proof, obviously. But it's got to be pretty catastrophic.
Yeah. Well, it's not like back in the day when he started. Like, cars were literally just
Right.
steel boxes, and
Your head sticking out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
Your head will break the fall
Yeah,
if
it's
you
fine.
flip over.
Yeah. Like your
Everything's gonna be
mentality is
fine.
probably pretty different seeing the technology advance so far
Right.
over the course of your career. You're probably like, yeah, dude, I used to race literally in war zones, like out in the open. Like, I don't care. He's like, whatever, bro. So
That's the whole, like, I used to race uphill in the snow.
Both
I had to
ways.
power it with my feet.
yeah, I used to race Fred Flintstone. You're like, all right, Fernando, we get it.
Oh man, yeah. I have. I keep seeing this because I think it's all clickbait and people want to just fucking chatter, so the internet gets haws and hums, but or hims and haws. I don't know what it is.
I
but,
think it's they them. Yeah.
I just don't think that
So
I just don't think his dad's gonna do it. I really don't.
Oh no.
And like, I don't know who else on here other than Yuki would really be a good upgrade for them.
Yeah. And that partnership makes sense, like the Honda partnership and the marketing involved in that. That all makes sense. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Do you think Danny Rick will find a seat then?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I think he talked about, taking this year off, coming back, and then now, like, talking about that broadcast with Will Arnett. You can feel that pull of being a celebrity, a media personality. He lives in LA already. He's doing all these things. He's like hanging out with Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, and like I feel like that pull away from racing, even though it's still in the universe, is gonna pull him away from having that cutthroat, I'll do anything to win, I need to be in a top team race car next year. So my gut says no, is he won't, because he just has so much going for him outside of the paddock and off the track, that he has the ability to make an obscene amount of money and still be high profile, still live that life without having to live the day-to-day of being a driver, something that he's done for so long. So my guess is he's getting a taste of it, and that gravity of being a personality more so will take him out of it. That's all. I feel like that's what's going to happen. What do you think?
So basically what you're saying is, well, I think that Daniel Ricciardo is basically the Tim Tebow of Formula One.
Oh, no. Talk about clickbait, baby.
He had it. He got a couple wins. He had a big name, and then he just couldn't pull out the trigger in the pros.
Yeah.
And he's a great TV personality now. Big smile, good values.
Man,
he can still send it if he needs to.
I
but
hate every part of that analogy. I hate it all.
It's fucking right though. It's true.
Yeah, to an extent of the trajectory, exactly that. Like,
make that into a clip, Jan.
Yeah.
Right there.
clip it. Let's get people fired up. Yeah, dude. Like, exactly. I think it's to be able to be back at Red Bull, maybe by some crazy, roll of the helmet Marco dice, his little, crystal 8-ball of sludge, he pulls the trigger and puts Ricciardo in the seat, in Checo's seat for some reason. I think that would take a pretty astronomical drop off from where Checo is even at right now, because he's doing great points wise and like he's hanging it, he's doing what he needs to do for the team, for the most part. But I don't know, man. I agree. I think he's done.
He's only 9 points in front of
Lewis?
Fernando.
Oh, Fernando. Yeah.
And Lewis is 15 points behind Fernando.
Damn. Okay.
It's tight.
That is tight.
2, 3, 4 is going to be snug.
What is Max at?
Carlos Sainz is right under them at 68 points, and Lewis is at 102. So I don't think that he's going to make it, knowing their strategy. George Russell's still struggling down at 65. But I think 2, 3, 4 is going to be a battle. And if Sergio loses second place,
that's going to be a problem.
That's going to be a huge problem for him at Red Bull.
Yeah, because the constructors, for it would have to be an extended period, because especially if he loses out to any, I guess Mercedes or Aston right now, because I'm looking at the constructors. Red Bull is at 321. Mercedes at a 167. Shout out to Mercedes, number 2 though. Crazy to think that they're number 2,
right?
After the
year they've had.
Yep. And then Aston at 154, Ferrari at 122, Alpine at 44, McLaren 70. Shout out McLaren in the 6th spot, and then Romeo, Haas, Williams, AlphaTauri struggling. But damn, crazy, man. That's insane.
Right?
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see the rest of how this kind of folds out or unfolds. Yeah. But I just don't know. Hopefully Checo's got a good summer break plan.
Yeah.
And he clears his head, because Fernando's coming to he's coming for blood.
Yep.
Fernando's coming for blood.
He's doing great.
And I think he's going to get it as well. I don't think he's going to be disappointed with how this year goes.
Yep. And then what do we have next? We have
so our next race,
Austria.
Pull my calendar up.
On the 2nd, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. We have a week.
So the Austrian Grand Prix is July 2nd. And then the British Grand Prix is the 9th. And then the Boulder Comedy Show is the 16th.
Beautiful. So if you find yourself in Austria, we're going to need you to...
Don't worry, Jeff will tell you how to get there.
I'll let you know.
On one of the episodes.
We'll get you there.
But what, summer break is after Belgium? Yeah. No. There's 2 weeks off. Then the Dutch Grand Prix, Italian. When the fuck is summer break? Did we have it and I'm a dipshit and missed it?
No, we haven't had it yet. Not at all.
British, Hungarian, Belgium. And then we have 1, 2, 3 weekends off. Yeah, that's it. And then it goes to Dutch. So it's in August.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hilarious. Well, that's going to be exciting to see. So when is the earliest Max can win this?
I'm not sure. Right away.
Have you heard that if Max wins in the earliest amount possible, they could, in theory, put Danny Rick in, and then they could get, if Danny Rick does well, they could get 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Oh, shit.
In driver standings.
That's hilarious.
Danny Rick couldn't get that, but...
Dude, there's no way. But,
that's insane that's technically a possibility.
It's so funny, though.
Anyway,
it's fun.
It was a fun race. It really was. It's great to see Merck looking good. Whatever they did with that floor that we all saw the day that they released it.
Yep.
It was pretty good work. So
I loved it.
But yeah, it was fun.
All right, let's get into our Mazzy.
I think we're at the Mazzy.
Let's get our Mazzy going. I'm ready. It feels good.
I've got 2 Mazzies. I added one.
Oh, you added
here
one?
at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I added one. So let's do the real Mazzy, and then I'll add mine at the end.
Give us the Mazzy, Brent. I'm excited to hear your pitch.
Well, wait, I'm not going to give you my Mazzy. I'm going to give us the one we planned.
Yeah, do the main one. Yeah.
The one we planned. Okay. our Mazzy this week goes to, drum roll, please. Alpine's wing, everyone. It goes to the wobbly fucking wing off of a 96 Honda Civic with a popcorn tin can muffler. This thing... First of all, here's why this gets the whole Mazzy, is because their wing was bouncing around to the point where Lando was like, this is dangerous, and they weren't losing pace. Yeah. How shitty is your aerodynamics where your wing can be bouncing around 20 degrees right and left, and it's not affecting your downforce? You're even faster.
Lando pulled up right behind him and immediately went into like Final Destination mode. He's like, if this falls off, I'm dying. It's over. This is the next installation. That's like an old log coming off a wood trucking truck and just crushing him. He's like, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Yeah, dude, that thing was moving.
Dude, that thing was moving so much. And DRS was still working, which I thought was hilarious. Yeah. Because I expected when the flap opened that it would just rip the wing off off the back of the car. Yeah. But nothing happened. Didn't get meatballed either.
Nope.
Didn't get the flag. And again, dude kept pace.
He great. Yeah. Ocon had a great race.
He really did. Got points. It was, from where he started though, kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
but
so maybe not. But it's so
what are you gonna do?
So fun to watch it rattle. What was your second one? What's the second Mazzy?
So the second Mazzy goes to Brent Gill for setting an alarm to extend a match. You fucking dud. You are a lonely man.
The dating DRS is open. Got to get a little extra speed there. Got to keep it going. Oh God, that's so funny.
Oh boy.
But here's the thing. Maybe we look back on this episode and you have 3 kids down in the years you married this girl.
With this person?
Yep. And maybe this is the time we like that alarm changed the course of your life. Maybe that's. Or you go on one date and you're like, that was the craziest lady I've ever met in my life, and you never see her again.
Boy, if I get another one of those stories and another one ups the previous one, I'm going to be a little frustrated. Because they just keep getting upped. I mean, every year I get older.
Well, and you also...
The weirdness just ups 5%.
I can't imagine. I know dating is hard, obviously, but dating in LA seems like a special type of... impossible. A special type of impossible.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Premium.
Garbage.
Oh, what a good one. That was fun.
What an episode. It was eclectic. You can tell that I ate my Adderall about an hour before this episode started. And boy, is it pumping.
And boy, are my arms tired.
Boy. Well, congratulations to Max Verstappen for the 100th win. Red Bull sees 100 wins as a team.
Incredible.
Max has, I think, 41 of those, almost half. That's pretty wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So nice work, Max. And it was Adrian Newey's 200th win.
Oh wow, crazy.
So how about that?
Good for him.
We talked about Adrian Newey, the designer of Red Bull's car, with Zach Clapman.
Oh yeah,
from the Smoking Tire.
Yep.
If you missed that episode, go back and listen to that. That was a very good episode.
Very good.
But pretty wild. Anyway,
so good.
I get one more week and I'll have my car. Not next week, but the week after.
So
I'm very excited. I'm so excited. You're going to hear nothing about it. Nothing but that on the next 3 episodes.
It's going to be awesome.
Follow my Instagram. You can see some pictures. And let's hope no one crashes into this car.
No one will. No, put it out there. No one will. This is going to be pristine.
I just want it to stay pretty forever.
It's going to be perfect. So, follow Brent. I am Brent Gill.
I am Brent Gill.
Follow me.
Follow Jeff at Jeffrey Tice.
Follow Kat.
Get his book.
Yeah,
read it to your kids.
Yep.
Or just, you know what? Or just buy it. Go down to a playground.
Find a kid.
And just find a kid and read it to him.
No.
That's never weird.
No.
It's never been
100%.
weird.
100%. Please tag me in pictures of you doing that for sure. I will pass them on to the police, but it will be funny for a second. For 1 second, I'll be like, oh no. And then you're going to jail. But pretty cool up until that point.
Follow Kat Orlean at KO Recording. Follow Jan Moffat at Points and Williams. Follow us at Grid Penalty F1.
Check it out.
We love you. Be safe. Off week next week. We had some good recommendations for
Oh yeah,
what we can talk about
it's gonna be great.
on our off weeks and for summer break. So we'll see what we get, what we pull out of our butts from there. I have a feeling I have some things we can talk about.
Oh yeah, it'd be great. Be good to each
I
other.
want to learn about Aston Martin's history.
Let's do that. Let's dive in. Let's do some Aston
That'd be
Martin
pretty cool.
history. Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you all. Be safe. Wear your seatbelts.
Thanks,
and as
everybody.
always, love each other. And someone please send Jeff a full-size pair of headphones.
Please. All right.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Boom.